Hey everybody, Richard Maxwell here. It is the Arcadia High School Creative Musical Arts and Sciences. Lily. There's Tanner. It's the Arcadia High School Creative Musical Arts and Sciences Program weekly podcast. We are into week 2 of the 2024-2025 school year. Great new episode. We've got a whole bunch of new segments with some new folks, which is wonderful. We've also got some new segments. You're going to start to see things expand out with the podcast this year as we keep moving forward. Lots of folks doing a lot of wonderful things, and we really appreciate you watching and your support. And here's the episode.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Mr. Ammon. We have a new podcast segment called What's Up with Admin? We just want to know what's going on school-wise, what's up, and also, how's your day been?
My day has been awesome. It's just started just a little while ago. So it's
not even 7:45 yet. Yeah, I like to say that.
But it is awesome. So what's going on around school this week is, sounded like somebody else got hit over there, is we're getting IDs out to 9th and 10th graders this week. And then juniors and seniors, you'll be getting your IDs in a couple weeks. So that's kind of what's going on in terms of safety-wise around campus.
Alrighty, you'll get your IDs soon, and that's what's up with admin. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another podcast episode here. I am your host, Trieu. Welcome back. This is my first segment ever hosting in the new year. Sadly, I could not make one last week. We were actually setting up our new space, which you saw in that one. We have a bigger group here today with our new podcasters that have seemed to take in a liking or an interest in the podcast this year. So we are in the original room, but you will see a lot more of us in that secondary space without these lovely mics that make us look super cool, but instead an overhead mic. Today, I am here with Tanner, Sean, Laila. Yes! Before we start, I would like to do a shout out to our producers who are in the room. This is something we do every single episode. This is also a teaching segment. We give a shout out to our producers because we absolutely love them and we appreciate them at the start of every episode. So we have Jacob, we have Sophie, and we have Ryan and Erika, who is currently training everyone on cams. Absolutely amazing. That's Erika's hand. Big round of applause for them, please. Thank you. And then also Paul is sitting here for the fun of it. Okay. So today's topic, and just a couple series of questions. Why do you want to be part of the podcast?
I thought it sounded really fun, and I wanted to get involved in CMAS more.
Great tips for to get involved in CMAS. Check out our Instagram. Totally not a plug. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been interested in these podcasts/radio shows. I mean, they've always taken an interest in me, and I also have a big passion for music and a big passion for this class, so I'm really excited about it this year. So, yeah.
Why are you here, Tanner?
Okay. I thought it would be fun because why not? And also it's something to do.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today. Another question about that kind of dwells into why are you joining the podcast? Why did you join CMAS?
I joined CMAS because I actually kind of started a band in 8th with some of my friends.
Eighth?
And I figured 8th grade. I figured it would be good to help me and my bandmates learn all the parts to doing that.
Like production and things.
Yeah, production and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, so a reason I joined CMAS is I've always had a big passion for music. I mean, music has always been a big hobby of mine, whether listening to it or playing music.
Oh, do you play an instrument?
I do. I play the clarinet. I'm in the marching band.
Nice.
Issue with my schedule wouldn't let me be in the concert band, so that's another reason I did want to take a music class during the actual school day, not a 0-hour class like it is with marching band.
Yeah.
But again, I saw a lot of opportunity in CMAS, and I've seen, obviously, when you guys came to Ingleside, my middle school last year, it's just seemed like a really cool opportunity.
We actually recruited someone with that. Let's go. That is the whole purpose we go to Ingleside, if you were not aware, is to recruit people and show them what we can do. Tanner?
So
I wonder why you're here.
I wonder why. Yeah, my dad is the teacher for the program, so I've wanted to be here since I've known about it. And I like music just in general. It's fun.
Do you play an instrument?
Yeah, I'm a drummer.
Yeah, totally didn't know that. Do you play an instrument?
I play a few. I mostly like the violin. I feel like I'm more educated in the violin.
We got another violin player.
But I know a few other ones, the ukulele and what else? Oh, I've been trying to get into the drums.
Nice. All right, pause. I forgot to tell you, turn that red knob off. That is a total my fault. That red knob, when we record, we want to mute that. Yeah. That is a total my fault. Completely forgot about it. I was too busy trying to teach you how to record. My fault. Anyways, sinking point. 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you. That's really cool that you play violin, clarinet, drums. You're in marching band. We love a dual performing arts. I'm personally am in theater. The reason I joined CMAS, fun fact, on the first podcast episode I was ever on here, this is just a little get to know me spot. I said this was a last resort option, which it kind of was. We didn't have a choir program, but one of the cool things about CMAS is that you can form your own choir if you wanted to, which is pretty cool. So how are you liking the program so far?
I really enjoy CMAS so far. I think it's really interesting to learn how all the production works, and I also learned that I do not like playing the acoustic guitar, so that's cool.
Yeah, so, I mean, CMAS, obviously from the first day to where we are right now, it's always just been interesting. I mean, when I first walked in and saw all the music posters and saw, all the studios we have.
Did you find an artist you liked on the wall?
I mean, there's so many to talk about. I mean, I know there was Pink Floyd, Rush, Yes, all, bands, my dad's a big fan of, I'm a big fan of. But, yeah, so, I mean, I'm big fan of music, and the class is really interesting. Obviously, Mr. Maxwell, our director, is really interesting. I like him a lot, your dad. Yeah. So, and I mean, my dad's a musician as well, so this is just really cool. He plays guitar.
Oh, so you grew up with it. That's pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah, and I mean, I've been playing guitar last week, and it's really been interesting to me, and I'm really liking it. Yeah.
Fun fact about the first week of guitar, I'm left-handed. The only left-handed guitar, Sophie. At the time there were only 2 left-handed acoustic guitars, and Maxwell had one of them. The other one's strings were broken, so I proceeded to not learn how to do anything, and then I started getting my nails done, so that was out the window. Tanner.
So it's been interesting so far. There's not been much stuff going on in CMAS because it's the first 2 weeks.
It's the first 2 weeks.
Not much is gonna happen. It's still been fun. The Friday show was very fun.
Nice.
You
played in the Friday show.
Yes, I did.
You played with Ryan, who's also another CMAS 1 student who's absolutely awesome.
That was also very fun.
Are you guys planning on performing, producing other gigs?
Yes, we are. We were going to do one tonight at the teacher, parent, whatever it is called. I forgot. Yeah. But she ended up being sick, so we weren't able to, which is fine. But we are planning on doing other stuff.
Nice. Sean, are you planning on performing, producing?
I mean, I've always wanted to, because, again, my dad, he's a guitar player, he's a musician, so, I mean, I've always seen him perform with his band. So, I've always wanted to do that, be like him. So, and starting on guitar, I mean, I know a little bit of it, but I'm starting to learn more in the basics. So, I've always wanted to be, like, a guitar player performing, but, yeah.
I think performing would be really fun. I was in Legally Blonde last year.
At Ingleside?
At Ingleside, yeah.
Nice.
I was a salon patron and also the judge. So, and that was really fun.
You were the judge in yeah.
Yeah. So
forgot what I was saying mid-sentence there.
So I'm not strangers with performing on a stage because of orchestra.
Are you doing Arcadia Theater this year?
I did not sign up for theater, but if I had an option to sign up to do a play, because I also wasn't in theater
that's totally
for
an
Blonde.
option.
Yeah. If I when I'm able to sign up for a play, I'll totally audition.
Awesome. Do you guys have any interest in learning a new instrument, perhaps? Tanner.
Yes. I'm probably gonna put some effort towards learning bass.
Nice.
Just because Grayson made me hold one. and like it's really not. It's
Grayson
really,
made me hold one.
and that's really dumb. I know, but just trust me on this. Just felt right.
It felt right. Sean, any newer instruments? I know you said you named a few.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned guitar. Obviously, I know a little bit of guitar, but not like a lot. If you asked me to play a song, I'd probably do horrible on it. But again, so that's obviously top priority. I've also wanted to learn bass guitar as well, similar to what Tanner said, because bass guitar. I mean, I've always been a big bass guitar fan. I think I've always liked the 4-string guitar concept. I've always liked that. I think it's really has a really good sound to it as well.
You guys ran through my questions really fast. So stop looking at me like that. Yeah, what do you need, Paul? Paul has a question suggestion? What are your goals for the end of the year? For like just the entire semester really, or like what are your goals of joining CMAS? What do you want to create?
I want to perform. I want to perform with like in the CMAS like house band and stuff. I'll get my friend Jaden to sign up, and we can do it together.
Sounds fun. I think one of the great parts of CMAS is collaborating and having fun performing and producing together.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to perform, as I've said. Again, my dad's a musician. He performs. I think I've said that like a million times already.
You're good. I repeat myself constantly.
But, I mean, my top priority, I think, by the end of the semester is just to help the program out. Because whether it's performing, whether it's not, so be it. Maybe it's like the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Awesome.
But I just want to make the program better. I mean, again, as I said, I saw you guys come to Ingleside. You guys had a really sweet sound, and I just want to help that as much as I can.
Tanner?
I want to get like really good with drumming first. I have a couple things. That's one of them. And that ties into other stuff. I want to perform as much as I can. And then hopefully I can actually start recording my stuff that I've made in GarageBand, which is so definitely great at the end of the year, because I don't have the skill to do that yet, because I can't play blast beats.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on this podcast. I have one last question for you that I ask anybody new on my podcast, mostly everybody. Sorry for the people who were on old segments. Sorry. You know the desert island question where it's like, if you could bring anything to a desert island, what would you bring? It's only one item, but you can't bring a boat, because I personally think bringing a boat is cheating. Just as like it is cheating in my opinion. I'm saying that. I don't know who I'm saying that to, but I'm looking at you, camera. And if you could bring any album to a desert island, let's pretend you were given all the resources to live forever in eons, and that was the only album you could listen to for the rest of time, what would it be?
It would be probably Pierce the Veil, Collide with the Sky. Maybe like any Pierce the Veil album, really, but that one is the one that I know off the top of my head.
Off the top of your head. Great. Sean?
That is a very tough question. For me, it would have to be Farewell to Kings by Rush. It's just 6 of some of the greatest songs with some of the greatest guitars, vocals, bass you'll ever see. And it's an album since I've liked since I was like a baby, and it's just an album I've always grown up with, and it's an album I still love to this day, so it's got a special place in my heart.
It's a hard question, but The Curse by Trieu, because I listened to it like about a year ago, and now I'm obsessed with metalcore. So yeah, it's probably my favorite album by them, and my favorite album in the entire genre.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I change my answer for this constantly. Last time I think I said Beyonce's album. I don't remember the name of it. I'm a fake fan. I'm such a fake fan. Today, we will be choosing The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess by Chapel Roan. That's what I chose. I absolutely love Chapel Roan. Sophie agrees with me and nods. Chapel's absolutely awesome. I love all of her looks. I love her music. I love the way it sounds, but I also love all of her looks. They're inspired by famous drag queens. She once said, "I'm your favorite artist, favorite artist, favorite artist, favorite artist." She was making a mention to Sasha Colby, a really cool drag queen, who said, "I'm your favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen," and she likes to pay tribute to fellow artists and have her outfits be inspired by them, drag queens, musicians, and all of that. So I really like that about her. Thank you so much for the I'm rusty, y'all. Let's not. Thank you so much for being on this podcast episode. We are about to film another one with our 3 producers that are now producing, and they are gonna. I just said that twice, and are gonna be on this couch now talking. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next segment. Bye. Welcome back to another podcast episode, everybody. I'm your host, Trieu, here today. I am here with Sophie, Ryan, and Jacob. They are 3 people who are very interested, or at least interested, and hope they don't hate me after this, after making them record. People interested in the podcast, which is pretty cool. We also have 3 people who are working production while Erika is teaching people how to use cameras. Those 3 people are Laila. I'm going to cut that anyway. Sinking point 1, 2, 3. Laila, Sean, and Tanner. We love our producers here, so we always shout them out at the beginning of the episode. Big round of applause, please, for our lovely production. So this is the one of the first segments we are ever recording for the new school year, which is absolutely awesome, with a bunch of new people, which I absolutely love. So we're going to ask them a couple questions. First off, why did you guys join CMAS?
Me personally, I joined CMAS because a lot of my friends were in it last year. I was low-key
I wonder
jealous.
who those friends are.
You were one of them. And my dad's a musician, and I've kind of always wanted, I really look up to him, and I've always wanted to be like him. And so this was like the first opportunity where I could actually not just have to ask him, hey, can you teach me? I can teach myself on my own in a classroom of other students.
I think that's great. A great thing about CMAS is that it's really like student driven, really student like. If you want to learn guitar, pick up a guitar and a guitar book and learn the guitar. Yeah. Jacob?
I mainly joined because all my friends, which are Nico, Jason, Cameron, kept telling me every day how fun it was, and I was low-key kind of jealous, so I decided to join next year.
Nice. Ryan?
I really like music. I'm a fan of it, and I want to create music, like guitar and all that stuff, and I never had, like, the resources to do it, so I just found CMAS is the easiest option.
I really like that about CMAS is that it's given every student an opportunity to do something they want in the arts.
Free of pay.
Okay, now that I know why you guys joined CMAS, why'd you want to do the podcast? I probably shouldn't be asking so curiously as I help run it and whatnot, but...
I really like to talk. I can talk for hours about millions of different topics, so many words, thoughts, and things that need to be said.
You're so real for that.
Yes, talking is like one of my strong suits. It's just something that like I have very strong opinions, and I can also be very relatable. So it's just talking is my thing, and I like talking with other people that also are in like we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Why'd you guys join the podcast?
I watched a lot of podcasts before, like Joe Rogan podcast, and like they seem really fun, just talking with people about whatever you want almost.
I now just realized that's where Cameron's Instagram username came from.
You just
the
realized
basement yard,
that?
if anyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I didn't know who Joe Rogan is. I still don't really. Is that where it's from? Like
Yeah.
That's a smart username.
Yeah, when
That
he made
is
that
a
username, he
podcast.
wouldn't stop referencing Joe Rogan. It was really funny.
Good for him.
This is what I love about like podcasts, our podcasts and things, is that it's a conversation. It's a fun thing where we can talk about. How did I not know that? I just assumed it was like some actor or something. All right, Jacob.
Silly.
Wait, what was the question?
Why you want to be part of the podcast?
Oh, 'cause same answer as the last question, I guess. My friends kept I guess.
Your friends are my regulars. They're the
Yeah.
people that I have a segment with almost every episode.
Yeah, and I want to be a regular 'cause it looked really fun.
You can't replace the original regulars. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the one TikTok audio that's like, where it's like, oh, the originals like versus the, huh? What's the
So real.
the
for real.
one TikTok trend / audio that's like trying to look. No.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Where it's the one that's like, oh, trying so hard to look like something. She knows what I'm talking about.
Trying hard to look like Jeffrey Bezos? No.
What? I don't think that's the name.
I know what you're talking about.
It's the last name's like Cooper, like Cooper. That's not right. All right, no one knows what I'm talking. Yeah.
I don't know the name of the song, but I know what you're talking about.
See, that doesn't help my situation
Trying hard
at
to
all.
look like Jeffrey Cooper.
Jeffrey Cooper. I have no clue who Jeffrey Cooper is.
Trying hard to
Look like Jeffrey Cooper.
Super duper.
Oh.
Come with me.
I don't
Yeah,
know who
yeah,
Jeffrey Cooper
yeah.
is. Let's.
Yeah, I don't either. This is
Can
very
anyone
romantic.
answer that question?
I don't know who Jerry
Okay,
Cooper
never
is.
Well-
mind. They don't understand us.
We're too different. We're not on the same wavelength.
Yeah. I have a really weird laugh, which is why I turn away the mic, because the first time I ever... Okay, let me... Little get to know me about the first time I ever did a podcast. I laughed so hard, and I laugh weirdly. And when I laughed into the mic, I sounded like one of those hyenas from Lion King. I'm like, no joke. I am being so serious. So how has your last... Let's do a quick math. Last couple minutes on this podcast been?
My last couple minutes have been giggles, laughs, fun. This is very conversation. This is very yay. This is really good. This is what a podcast should be.
Experience.
Yes,
Well,
nature.
It's been pretty fun, I guess.
I guess.
He guesses. Dude, that was an educated answer.
Educated
Thought.
wish. This has been really fun. I enjoy doing this stuff, like just talking.
Yeah.
and
All
I'm
right.
excited.
Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to cut you off. What is there an instrument you've been wanting to learn? Like, what's wanting to learn? Or have you been wanting to write your own music? Basically, what is your goal for CMAS? I'm saying.
Me, I would love to start playing the drums. After, I'm not even gonna lie, Paul, if you're out there, Paul, I saw you play the drums and I saw Brooke Waddle play the drums and I was like, wait, that's actually really cool. And that kind of inspired me, like, maybe I should pick this up. And also,
I love our drummers. They are some of the chillest people you will ever meet. I love drummers. They're great. Tanner's right there, actually. Tanner's one of the chillest people I know. Love drummers. They're awesome.
yes, also electric guitar. My dad's played the electric guitar for like 20-something years, maybe even 30, I don't know. But he really inspires me to like make music and be a musician. He's my inspiration.
He's your muse.
My muse. Thank you, my
Yes.
muse. Passing it on to Jacob.
I guess drumming, 'cause in like 7th grade I joined band 'cause I was interested in learning drums, and I didn't have a very good experience. That's the main reason why I didn't join CMAS in the first year, 'cause I didn't want to touch an instrument again. And then after my friends convinced me to, I did, and I've had a lot of fun since.
Nice.
I want to play the guitar. My sister plays the guitar, so I want to do something like that, like create like beats and just play like the acoustic guitar.
Awesome. I know plenty of people. I think one of the great things about CMAS is that everything you just name, I think you can find someone to help collaborate with you with. Like you mentioned Paul. Ryan, you said you wanted to learn how to play acoustic guitar and guitar in general. I know plenty of people who would love to hang out with you and do that. And I think that's one of the great things. Like, have you guys met anybody you've been like, honestly, like, oh, I want to keep doing this with them? Like, have you met anyone you wanted to collaborate with so far?
I don't really know anyone who does the drums, or sorry, the guitar, but definitely any of the drummers. I think that would be a really fun time because they all seem so sweet and supportive and very friendly.
Mm-hmm.
They seem pretty slay. Passing on to you guys.
No, not really.
I mean, it's okay. We were only in the second week of school. That was like a really big question. As soon as I said it, I was like,
Yeah, I don't think I really found anyone that I would want to collaborate with yet.
Yeah, once you guys get into the music making officially element, because they're all in CMAS 1. I'd like to say that. They haven't gotten to the point in the lesson yet where they've started making their own material quite yet. They're still learning to get the grasp of things and like what production websites we use and things. But once you guys get into that, there'll for sure be people. Ryan, has there been anyone?
Do you know what Grayson is?
Grayson Maxwell? I wondered if someone here in the room is related to him. Erika's laughing and he's waving.
Does anyone know if he plays guitar?
He does. Oh,
He's
wow,
really
that's such
good.
a. I wonder if he does.
Yeah.
I want to collab with him and probably like yeah, it's probably the only person I know who plays like guitar.
Mm-hmm.
He's very, very friendly, very nice.
Very, very. All right, we are coming to a close on this segment, so I will ask you the same question I asked your fellow peers. If you had any album you were forced to listen to on a deserted island for the rest of your life, and let's assume that you have the resources to live on forever and ever and ever and eat all the cake you want. I don't know why that came up. What album would that be?
Take Me Back to Eden, Sleep Token, because that was the first concert I ever saw with my dad.
My first concert was 2013 Pink. Just
Oh.
a fun fact.
Love. That is just right now one of my favorite songs is on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good album if you're into that kind of music.
Jacob?
Passing the phone to Jacob.
The mic?
The mic.
Same thing.
I would say probably if I were to answer for real, it'd be almost any Kendrick album.
8.
But
8 with that answer.
So real.
But me and Nico have an ongoing inside joke about Madball being the best hardcore band because it is. And probably, so if I were to give a joke answer, it would be any album off of Madball, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Ryan?
I would also say Kendrick.
8.
Yeah, I don't really know many album covers. I just listen to songs. So
That's so real,
that's
honestly.
a real answer. I feel like we need more people like that.
Sometimes I don't really have a favorite artist, like, because I
Mhm.
just pick one song from an album
Yeah.
and
That's what I
all my
like.
songs. Yeah.
And that's okay. And like, you don't gotta. I feel like sorry, this is a random note. We can talk about. We do part 2s of segments, and then I feel like this is another part 2 segment. But one where I feel like people have made it seem like in order to like an artist, you have to love an artist. Well,
Yes,
why
or you
can't
have to
I
have a
just say,
million songs
oh
from
yeah,
them.
and I'm like, why can't you just say, oh, I like this artist and like a few
Right.
songs? But that's a part 2 because this is completely different. So, thank you so much for watching this podcast episode. I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to our producers. Shout out to my fellow guests. This is their first time doing this. Thank you so much, like I said, for watching. Bye.
Give a good Yelp review.